Alright. I want to welcome everybody to another exciting episode of The Brad Show. I'm Brad, but you already know that. You guys are in for a treat today. You're going to be in a live taping of my show. 2 cameras, we're going to be taking it live. Now, before we get started, I'm going to take you back to your childhood. Imagine you're sitting in front of your TV at home in the 90s, alright? And you're watching Nickelodeon. And you're waiting for that one line to come out of Mark Summers' mouth. On your marks, get set, go. You're watching Double Dare. It's going to take about 3 years in the future. You're sitting at home, ABC's on. It's Monday night, and you're waiting for Regis Philbin to say, "Who wants to be a millionaire?" And finally, take you 3 more years in the future. You're at home, Fox is on, and you're waiting for Ryan Seacrest to ask, "Do you have what it takes to be the next American Idol?" Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be talking about TV hosts, the hard work they put in, everything that comes with them, and the excitement that they take in, and then finally what I do personally. So that'll make up today's show. It's hard work becoming a TV host, or being one for that matter. It's not easy in any stretch. You don't just go out there, hold the microphone, look at the camera, look pretty, and say your lines. I mean, you just don't do that. It's a struggle, and it takes a lot of time out of your life. You practice so much, you talk constantly, your vocals strain, and you have to be able to connect to a multitude of different people every time you host. Certain things you're born with, for example, you're born with a voice, but other things you have to build upon, like your personality, because it's one of the main aspects of this career field. According to an article titled "Hosting a TV Show, Come On, How Hard Could It Be?" written by NPR's Kim Masters, TV hosts come in all shapes and sizes. You know, the best of them are able to do different jobs and reach out to others, and the rest stay in one place and don't get as far. With a combination of schooling, knowing the right people, and practicing endlessly, it's not hard to see that this lifestyle choice is hard work. In fact, being a TV host can be straining on your life. Once you become recognizable, other things can happen to you. I'll throw Bob Barker out there for an example. And the endless lawsuits he endured as his 50 years on television, during his 50 years on television. Some of them were from the mishaps he had with his team, and some of them were just lawsuits to get him into trouble. Just like being famous in today's world, if you have a name, people learn it. Now, I'm going to take you over to the excitement part of it, and 3 examples that I'm going to throw out today. The first one is Mark Summers. He still hosts a show on the Food Network called Unwrapped. He was also the host of the hit 90s Nickelodeon game show Double Dare. He's also a spokesperson for OCD, and he is a magician on the side, and that's his side job. This man works every day of his life and enjoys being in the presence of an audience. The excitement to him was always about what the audience found interesting from the shows he did, and he built his career off that. Next, Regis Philbin, Don, the hardest working man in show business. He also is the Guinness World Record holder for the most minutes spent behind the camera, and he went out on top. He retired this year after 50 years in the business. His work didn't just stay at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but expanded to $1 Million Password. He hosted America's Got Talent, and finally Live with Regis and Kelly. And he loved every minute of the life that he had, and still continues to, too. And finally, while the job is hard work, it's not short of excitement at all. And you're able to do different things besides host a show because you have communication skills. Ryan Seacrest is my best example of this, and my personal idol. He hosts American Idol, but he's also host of 2 radio shows, On the Air with Ryan Seacrest, which he runs and produces, and America's Top 40, which is in California, just by itself. He is a host for E! News, and finally he is producing Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's his show, so if you've ever seen that, that's what he does. And that's a reality show based on the Kardashians family. And now I'm going to talk about what I do personally. Since we're getting close to the end of our show here, I think it's important to talk a little bit more about The Brad Show. I'm currently host of The Brad Show. It's been on YouTube for 5 months now. You know, it's spawned 18 episodes over the course of 2 seasons, and it's hard work. Trust me. I take about 10 hours out of my week to produce this show, to host it, to make sure that the segments are right, and to make sure that everybody has their, doing their job right. Besides myself, the cast of 4 others contains some of the best people you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, each one of them has a story. I know about them, and I could say the best things in the world about them. The first person is Alex. He's been the longest member. He's been with me every episode. He does Al's Advice, and which gives advice in a wacky way. He's crazy. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Next, we move on. Being very knowledgeable about sports, my friend Matt does Sports with Matt, and he just sits there and talks about sports, but he breaks it down in every detail. No sport is left behind. If you like yellers and ranting, and you love getting into arguments, you'll love Steve with his Cuz Steve Said So segments. He rants about a variety of different subjects by using his loud vocals to get the point across. And finally, we have our newest member, Amber, who always has something random going on in her life, and she has an amazing personality. And she does the random moments with Amber. Well, you've all been a great audience today, and I thank you for giving me the time to do my thing today. We'll see you on another episode of The Brad Show. Before I close out, we have to break the commercial, so that's where I'm going to show my episode. This is going to be a short clip. Every time we start off a show, I do something crazy. You never know what you're going to get out of me. And then I'm going to show you the intro to the show, and then break it off from there, and then we'll move today. So, I don't think it's probably.
Can you biggie sound that?
That's it. And then it goes in the hand. Doing my thing. So yeah, that's it today. Thank you.
Positives.
Really enthused about the subject, get eye contact, and talk very clearly and stand up and understand.
Probably rehearsed it. Yeah, his conversational tone or whatever, like he kept conversation with the audience, wasn't really like just saying stuff. So that wasn't good.
Yeah, I know. I brought it down a lot. Got rid of the page actually.